Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Monday, February 28, 2022. Today is the last trading day of the month. So what I thought we would look at this morning is what has happened historically on the last trading day of the month in a weaker environment. Let me go ahead and get this set up. I've got all four instruments selected. The setup will be based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, last trading day of the month is one where it really is typically important to make sure you get the opening location right. I am going to be selecting down gap here. We are currently trading lower. We had a sizable down gap on the open of the futures market last night. However, we have been lifting the majority of the session, but that still leaves us below on Friday's close because the gap was so big. So we are trading lower currently. I will be using that here in the opening filters library. The next thing I'm going to do is go to the indicators library, and I'm going to say that we closed below a 200-day simple moving average. I normally add a 10 as well, but I want to keep as many samples as possible, and because we're going to be using a specific day that only happens once a month, that's going to cut out on a lot of samples. So I'm going to skip that this time and just use the 200, and then I'm going to go to the calendar, and I'm going to say that today is the last trading day of the month. So I've selected that. Now I can click View Results. And here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time when you gap down on the last trading day of the month and the prior session closed below a 200-day simple moving average. Historically, just 24 samples here in the S&P dating back to 2003. For the NASDAQ, it's 21. The Dow has 28 samples. The Russell has the most samples at 36. If we look at the win rates on them, they are coming in very mixed. So the S&P coming in 54%, NASDAQ 48%, Dow 61%, and Russell 47%. So we're kind of all over the place on win rates. None of them are super strong or super weak. They are pretty mixed overall. The average moves here. Average win is larger than the average loss for the S&P, so that's the average move to the upside there. For the NASDAQ, very similar in size. The average move to the upside is larger in the Dow and the Russell compared to their average moves to the downside. So historically speaking, the average moves to the upside have been larger than the average moves to the downside. However, the win rates on these are very mixed. I don't see anything that is consistent here. What is interesting about it is the last trading day of the month often has some scenarios where they're all very bearish on the win rates, and in this scenario, they're not. They're more neutral on the win rates, so this scenario is not as bearish as many of the last trading days of the month. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.